The phone conversation between fantasy veterans Bob Harris and Matt Waldman is a quick and dirty rundown of players, units, or teams from Sunday's games. Feel it or fuck it is our instant verdict on the fantasy value of a player situation, not the ability, effort, or character of the player. This is just how two old-timers in this industry talk when they got a lot to cover in a little time.
Hello, Matt. I have bad news, man. You're fired. Oh, wait. Wrong Matt. I was Matt Rule. My bad. We're good, Matt.
Hey, we're all the same, right? We're all just a bunch of Matts out there right now. So I don't have a Matt to start with, though. We could start with Matt Rule. Feel it?
Yeah, I'm feeling this one. It was overdue. Like, it wasn't happening, right? The improvement wasn't coming. I'm surprised it took this long. I'm guessing David Tepper didn't become the richest owner in the NFL by accident or by being patient. And we've heard his discussions before. I mean, he doesn't want to be a middle-of-the-road NFL team. He wants to be a new Patriots team. He wants to be a successful franchise, and he has not even been a middle-of-the-road team yet. So there was no doubt this was coming. Steve Wilkes will take over, and they will not get much better this year. And somewhere out there, Sean Payton is looking into the golf courses in that area, I'm guessing, right about now.
Yeah, well, I can think of a few places that I could probably recommend, even though I'm not a golfer, but I know someone who would probably recommend it to him. But I'll say this, I'm sure that they probably facilitated that firing this week, knowing that Matt Rule could get a jump on the college head coaching circuit, otherwise known as, get massively paid with less practice time. I don't know.
To be fair, I mean, they owe him $40 million. He doesn't have to hurry into anything right now. Yeah,
that's true. But I bet but as someone I know noted, they bet that he probably said, yeah, get rid of me now, and I'll get the head start, and I won't charge you as much in the back end here if I can find a job.
I thought it was kind of classy. They let him meet with the players and say his goodbyes and do all the stuff. Like, kudos to them for realizing it was finally time to move on. And again, it'll be a messed up year. We'll see what happens going forward. Baker Mayfield's not the answer, obviously. I don't think Sam Darnold is. PJ Walker probably isn't, but they're going to have to cobble something together with those guys. Meanwhile, the Patriots have the luxury of a vast array of young quarterbacks, including Bailey Zappe. What do you got?
I'm kind of feeling Bailey Zappe as a journeyman, that's for sure, at some point down the line. But, for fantasy football, no, fuck that.
Nah, fuck that. Yeah. He was most memorable for his name. Darius Slayton is a different story. I'm feeling him. He's the best player on that receiving core.
He looked great. And I think, he made some tough catches. He's working well with Daniel Jones. He was always a very fine athlete, had a good rookie year, and then just kind of disappeared in the mix of, rotating coaches and new things at the position. He's managed to hang on. I'm hoping this is a sign of things to come, and from what I saw in the film last night, looks good.
Opportunities matter. Opportunities matter, and he's good. He took advantage of his first major opportunities.
Yeah, without a doubt. Well, Kenneth Walker had a major opportunity and has one now. Matter. Is it that obvious that we're feeling him?
Oh, yeah, it's that obvious. Like, so, I mean, I have a lot of people out there. I'm injury agnostic. Going into a season, I draft players regardless of whatever fears anyone has or doesn't have of injuries. And I heard all the hooting and hollering at my willingness to take Rashad Penny. In many of those same leagues, I also took Kenneth Walker. Look, he's clearly the number 2 running back in this class. You know more about this than me, but I'm feeling the opportunity. Well, you keep running the ball. He's going to be busy.
Are you feeling 80% of your free agent budget for him?
I'm a cheap old man. I don't really spend my budget for anything. I'm closer. I just can't resist taking a shot at myself.
Yeah, I'm feeling that one, and I'll credit Adam Harstead, who does great work over at Football Guys, saying that, listen, save 20% for your defenses and your kickers, and at some point you got to blow it.
Look, Dempsey is the same. Serious co-host Mike Dempsey. I mean, he'll go in week 1 90% of his fab money if he sees the right opportunity, and this is the right opportunity if you're doing that. Rhamondre Stevenson got additional opportunities in what we thought was a great matchup against Detroit. You feeling this going forward, or what? Fuck it. No.
Fuck the committee. That's what I hate. And it's still coming. It's coming back. But this was a nice week for him against the Detroit defense. That the only defense that might be softer than them against the run is probably the Cleveland Browns. So So yeah, I feel Rhamondre Stevenson the talent, not feeling it as the fantasy top 15 starter. No.
Correct answer.
All right. Well then, where are we on Kenny Pickett? Are you feeling Kenny Pickett after the
Shaq Lawson feels him, doesn't he? Huh? Pulling my knees again, man. Look, I like all that. Look, he's going to be throwing the ball because apparently they can't run. We might get into that a little bit. He's going to be slinging it, and he has some downfield weapons. I'm feeling it for what it is. A second quarterback in your super flex league. If you run into an emergency, you can plug him and play him and have a good time.
You're just not feeling that offensive line at all. And that's the problem for Kenny Pickett. He looked pretty good for what it was worth. There were some moments there, but, Buffalo provides a lot of confusion with their coverages. That's, probably more so than most teams in the league right now. So, yeah. Austin Ekeler, are you feeling this get better game against the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah, against the Cleveland Browns. There's the point. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling everyone who plays against the Browns. There's a handful of teams that just can't seem to stop running backs. The Chargers are one of them, by the way, his own team. But kudos on the Joshua Kelly finally coming to fruition.
Yeah, that's hey, there we go. Maybe a little something there. But yeah, 17 games since they had a 100-yard rusher for the Los Angeles Chargers. Almost as long as they've been in Los Angeles, it feels like, but that's not true. But Cleveland, listen, they had Clowney, they had Garrett back, and it didn't matter. And they traded for Deion Jones, who also is not a great tackler, but he's far more athletic at getting to the spot that he should be at, but usually a half beat late. So Leonard Fournette, are you feeling
it? I'm feeling Leonard all year. Look,
they're all feeling it.
For the reason, yeah, he's a bruising runner. Look, the snap share was down again, and I'm not going to pretend that makes me happy because I kept predicting he's going to stick at that 70% plus. He wasn't there, I don't think. I haven't looked at the actual numbers, but I saw Dwayne McFarland put up a 40% snap share for Rachaad White, so I'm guessing that is accurate. But look, there's the key here is being a trusted target of Tom Brady. He is that, and he demonstrated again. He's going to get his runs. He's going to get his catches. He's going to be a fine play every damn week.
Yeah, I mean, Rachaad White, it's nice for the rookie to get in there, and they're giving him some situational opportunities, and they're expanding upon that as he continues to perform well. But he's not overtaken Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is even kind of that. He's kind of a refrigerator-sized version of really Julian Edelman in terms of the way they're using him to match him up against the defense right now. And with the way that defenses are playing their coverages and as bad as that offensive line is, they're going to be dinking and dumping to the dump truck all day long.
Hey, Matt, let's ride. Russell Wilson.
Yes. Listen, I'm feeling him still, and maybe that's my bias because I liked Russell Wilson from the beginning. But I just think this whole... And I've written something about it this week, and what that is that I just think that this whole desire to write him off because he's corny, and that because he's 5 games in with a new team and a new system, with having to get everybody acclimated. Yeah, he made a bad play, a really bad decision to end a game. But how many times do players who actually win a lot of games make bad decisions that in pivotal moments with the ball in their hand to get their team into that pivotal moment? And Russell Wilson's done that more often than anybody. I mean, his quarterback rating is one of the best in the past 10 years. He has more comebacks than any quarterback in the league in terms of fourth quarter. Before Geno Smith and him playing well, they literally had more of a point differential. There are 269 points scored in the fourth quarter for the Seattle Seahawks during that 10-year period was more than any other team in the league. So Russell Wilson may not be the great leader, but he got shit done. And
let me help here, Matt. Feeling Russ a little bit. Fuck Nathaniel Hackett. He may be learning another system, Russell Wilson, before long, and then I'll fuck him too.
Yeah, I'll just say fuck the high school lunchroom bullshit about Russell Wilson not being a good leader, and Kyle Brandt was a little petty this week, on his thing, saying, well, the reason for all this isn't what he did on the field, but it was because he snubbed me at a red carpet event for the NFL because he wouldn't come and interview with me. That was ultimately his reason. And then the day before, he was talking about how he was tired of all this stuff that people were saying about Russell Wilson and yeah, he's corny, and he had that whole take, and then he flipped it for national TV. I guess the morning
easy,
TV
big
show
guy.
wasn't as good.
Easy, go easy on Kyle Brandt.
He was a good running back at one time, I think.
He was, I think. Was he?
Yeah, he was.
You would know more about that.
He played at Princeton.
He never made it.
Ross Tucker, I think, blocked for him. So
I think that is true. I think
before he went to the real world. Anyway,
let me tee you up here. Skylar Thompson.
I wasn't feeling yesterday. I mean, come on. It's a third string quarterback entering the game on play 2 for the offense, not getting any prep time. But I am feeling what he did in those moments because he played smart. He played pretty smart for what he needed to do. I wasn't feeling that the offense was overprotecting him, and they were in the game until about the fourth quarter. He did give up an interception where the ball was, his arm was hit. He did give up a sack fumble that pretty much put the game away for the Jets. But I think with a week of practice time, I'm not feeling him for fantasy right now, but I'm feeling him for dynasty.
Right, and that's where I have my shares based on your recommendation. And I hope I thought he processed better early in the game, early on, than he did. He started processing more slowly. It seemed like it just was interesting to see that dynamic, and maybe just the defenses where they were throwing at and were changing up. Just a quick one here: new concussion protocols.
Oh, I'm feeling that because I think that they need to be more careful. If they see things that need to be, they needed to add the ataxia type of symptoms into the mix. I think that was a smart thing. Now, why
we're going to be saying fuck it more often than not, though, as players are taken off the field. They're not coming back, right? Like, we saw it with Jameis Winston. I mean, he didn't test. He cleared the concussion test, but they're not letting him back in, and that's going to be the case, I think, for players going forard. If you take that shot in this water
for
season,
humanity,
you're out.
For humanity, I'm feeling it. Bettors are going to hate it. All of that kind of thing. But fuck that. I don't want bettors running things.
Speaking of fuck that, Taysom Hill.
If you can use him as a tight end, I am totally feeling that. Even though with the Saints, you never know what you get with that. It's like a Vegas slot machine.
It is.
So yeah, overall, fuck it. But I am feeling the Red Grange, Bronco Nagurski, Ernie Nevers, or Notre Dame, four horsemen around the left type of thing going on there in New Orleans.
I think the day after, it's easy to say feeling it after a 4-touchdown performance on those 6 touches or whatever. But I think on other days you're gonna wish you had not taken the cheese.
He's a desperation guy.
Yeah. Maybe he proves to be more. Maybe he makes us look stupid when all is said and done. I hope so. Kudos to him. One guy that I think aside from his attire pregame, which I'm always feeling that. Well, not really. I don't dress like that. But Joe Burrow.
Fuck it for now. Because if he can't put up good numbers against a Ravens defense, and I know that they're getting a little bit better, as time goes on, and they should be pretty good. The offensive line isn't affording him much time, and when that happens, you see rookie year Joe Burrow more than you see, the last year's Joe Burrow, and I think that that's the problem right now. So if you have him, you can't get rid of him. He's going to eventually get better. But you got to bench him right now.
It was a slow start last year. He didn't come on until the second half of the season last year. That's not what people were drafting him to do, though, this year. So they're all saying fuck it. And when they hide the T. Higgins stuff from us all week, that doesn't work in its favor. Jamar Chase was busier, but he didn't do much with it. I think teams are trying to cap his big play ability, and so far they're having a lot of success, and that's a lot easier when there is no T. Higgins.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Well, when they bring out an old special teams guy like Mike Thomas and he starts to have some good moments, wow.
Right.
How about Randall Cobb, bringing him back out of the closet and wiping the cobwebs off of him?
Well, speaking as another old person, we have our moments, right? And but that's what they are. They're moments. I don't think this is going to be become the norm.
I don't know. You string a lot of good moments together. So what about this? I'm feeling the short passing offense.
Here we go. I know it's coming.
I'm feeling the short passing offense, so I feel like that. At this point, Aaron Rodgers. I'm feeling the idea of him creeping back into your starter conversation. But in terms of who he's going to be throwing these short passes to, I mean, you can take a chance on it, but other than a flex bye week, screw it, which means fuck it, So, Alec Pierce, are you finally there, or are you just like, no, I'm intractable?
I'm feeling the player, fucking the situation. It's a mess there in Indy. I mean, they cobble things together, and there's points at the end of the day somehow. I don't know. I feel it more than I did the first time you asked, and slightly more than the second time. Okay, he's growing on me.
I'm trying to pummel you over the head with Alec Pierce. It's probably not working all that well. So
it's the offense. It's not him. It's it. Right?
It's
I mean,
it's
it. Rondale Moore.
A chance. I'm feeling it after Kyle Brandt just decided that not Kyle Brandt, Cliff Kingsbury. After Cliff Kingsbury,
sure
went through I don't know. They might be. I don't know. But there is a little bit similar. One has more of a pompadour kind of thing going on. But I would say that with Rondale Moore, you would have thought they were going to use him like they used Greg Dortch, and then it looked like they were just using him as a gadget, and then they figured out, maybe if we use him like the replacement receiver for Rondale Moore, like a real receiver, and do some of the things that he did well at Purdue, he might produce. And that's exactly what happened once Cliff Kingsbury got out of his own way. So
I think that's a reasonable assessment. Look, DeAndre Hopkins will be back soon. This receiving core is going to look much different going forward than it does right now, and we'll see how that plays out. I'm not going to go out and spend a lot of free agent money on Rondale Moore if I don't already have him. That's not the case with Raheem Mostert, who – let me just jump right into this one. I'm feeling the trend, right? I'm feeling his ability to run and execute in this offense and do it successfully. I feel Chase Edmonds has never demonstrated that he can be a lead back over the course of time. So I'm feeling Raheem Mostert while he's in the locked and upright position. And maybe Miami is suiting him well. He's quite a surfer. I've talked to the young man. He wanted to be a professional surfer as a teenager, had endorsements from various companies, and instead he just got really fast, and he's really good in this offense.
That's an awesome tidbit. I'm feeling that.
Billabong, he had all these endorsements. He almost went pro.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, listen, I'm feeling Rondale. I'm feeling Raheem Mostert. I've been feeling Raheem Mostert at the end of drafts all summer. And it looks like that's starting to come to fruition because for the exact same reasons you said, and the Dolphins seem to be clicking a little bit better in terms of their run game.
Skylar Thompson might be their quarterback next week.
Right, and they're going to need to run it. So, Allen Robinson.
I'm totally feeling it. He is what he is, people. He has defined himself right now. He is the third option at best in this receiving core, and he's not going to do a lot with those opportunities.
So you're feeling the fuck it.
Yeah.
That's basically okay. Then we'll move on. Tyler Higbee. Are you feeling
it also, man? The second most targeted player in this offense. Didn't do much with it in this past game, but I mean, this was a rough game, and I expected it to be. The Cowboys defense got a little something for you, Matt Stafford. So, but the targets keep coming, and I'm going to keep playing them.
Yeah, I'm feeling Higbee pretty much as an every week starter in PPR for sure. Tevin Coleman, you feeling that? 2 touchdowns.
No, fuck that guy. Look, Tevin Coleman, Kyle Juszczyk, whoever. I mean, it's going to be someone each week. I was pretty happy about Jeff Wilson's performance in general. I think maybe he's earning this job even when Elijah Mitchell comes back, or at least get to hold on to it for some time. Let's say this: Elijah Mitchell might need a little more time to get healthy.
I'm pretty sure of this. I bet you, if we showed tape of little Kyle Shanahan back when he was like 4 years old, and he saw something that made him suck his thumb, that I bet you that it would be something like Tevin Coleman, because that dude sucks his thumb totally when he sees Tevin Coleman. Some guys do that with blondes. Some people do it with brunette. He does it with fast running backs who
he did it with young Tevin Coleman. Nobody does it with old Tevin Coleman.
I don't know. Tevin Coleman looked like he was going to be gone from this league, and now he's back here. Anyway, Dyami Brown.
I feel that role. Not Dyami himself. I mean, he seems like a great player, and at least that one catch was off the charts, amazing. And I think I'll feel him more when it's Jahan Dotson again.
Yeah, I'd say that's absolutely accurate. And so yeah, fuck the players. Fantasy opportunity right now, but it was nice to see him say hello and show that he can catch some deep balls again. Gabriel Davis, huge game. Feeling him?
Felt it this week because I was touting him highly. I was pushing this one. No Isaiah McKenzie. Or didn't think there would be Isaiah McKenzie, and there wasn't. It ended up, and Jameson Crowder also out. So I thought there would be maybe a little fewer mouths to feed in that offense. Dawson Knox also out. So this seemed like a great opportunity. Look, I still say fuck the price everyone was paying for him early on, but you're going to get these spike games because he's in a fantastic offense, and this Josh Allen guy is really good.
Yeah, and fuck trying to predict those spike games unless you're Hall of Famer Bob Harris. I think that's
not even me. That was luck. I fell into it. It was like the obvious.
Hey, that's pretty good. I didn't. It wasn't too obvious to me because I was too busy saying fuck it all last week based on different things. And part of it was because I'm feeling Khalil Shakir. How about you?
He'll make a great young Jamison Crowder sharing that slot role with Isaiah McKenzie.
Yeah, this year, yeah. But I'm feeling it in
Dynasty shares for sure. Yeah, okay, for sure. I'm taking over this one. The Harris clan always, hate it when my guys struggle. We saw Damian got a little nick and didn't get a full game in. Saw it with my cousin Najee. I'm never gonna say fuck it to a Harris, right? But man, it's not looking good, is it?
No, I almost said it in week 1, and I think I'm kind of there now. I am, because we'll have to say, you just look at that situation. The unless they're playing the Browns defense, the caliber of the Browns, this offensive line isn't going to be able to hold up here, and they're going to want Kenny Pickett to throw the ball. I know that sounds crazy considering the receivers that they have there, but they're going to want to try and make Kenny Pickett win the game for them. And because you watch Harris, he looks great whenever he does have a crease, or when he doesn't have 3 guys penetrating into the backfield, he looks pretty darn good. So that's the problem. I mean, there's only one Walter Payton, and as good as Najee Harris is, he's not going to be able to overcome it like that. So yeah, man.
Fair enough. But that brings us back to Kenny Pickett, who's going to be throwing the ball a hell of a lot. Feeling it. All right. That's enough. That's enough of you. I've had enough of you. You're not actually fired. I feel bad for scaring you. I saw the look in your eyes early. It was Matt Rule.
I was worried, man. I didn't know where I was going to, get my source of, or contribute my source of, annoying videos and text to you during the week. Who else would
Keep
I have
coming.
to find? Okay. All right. Then we'll do that.
All right. Love you. Goodbye.
Love you, bye.